Hi, I'm Biscuit, your old flooring bird dog, and I'm here today to tell you about quite an amazing thing that's happened in the carpet tile business. As you know, carpet tiles are gaining popularity all across the country. And here at Carpet Corporation of America, we carry three types of carpet tiles. One is a first quality tile that we sell at distressed prices. Two is what we call a Class A second carpet tile that we sell for lower distressed prices. And a third tile that we don't even show on our site and we really have never talked about, it's called thirds or poundage. And we have every month probably a truckload of these tiles that we can't sell them. We actually take them to the landfill and turn them in that way. The problem with the thirds is that the flaws in them are pretty pronounced. Some of them have a stitching that goes across the middle of the tile, and some of them have holes in them about 3 or 4 inches in diameter. Some of them have the yarn missing down the side. Some of them have yarn missing in the middle. Some of them have a little peak where the yarn comes up in the tile, and some of them will have just rows or mountains in the tiles, and they just are not suitable. We can't do anything with them. Now, we tried recycling the tiles, but we haven't been successful with that. Now, I want to stop a minute and tell you what happened here. And this just happened this week. I was working building a gazebo at my home, and I had a carpenter's square. And I'm going to go get one of these carpenter squares and show you in a minute. And I was cutting wood with it, and I said, I wonder who invented this carpet square, because it makes a nice cut, you know, and everything fits together. And when I thought about that, a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, hey, why don't what I did, I went right into the store. This was a Saturday, last Saturday, as a matter of fact. Went into the store after we were closed, got some of these thirds and put them down on a piece of plywood, and I laid that carpenter's square up there, and I cut out the bad spots in these tiles. And I must have cut about 50 of them. Cut the ones out with holes in them, cut the bad spot out, and I slid the tile together, and they look great. So I solved the problem. For no longer do we have to take them to the landfill and mess up the landfill, but now, and we were losing money on the tiles to start with, now what you can do as a Mrs. Consumer here is you can buy these tiles. They're actually thirds, but when you do a little work with them, and we'll show you how to do it, you can make them a first quality tile. And we'll be selling these tiles, and you're going to faint when you hear this, at 19 cents a square foot. And you can do your whole house, you can do your whole basement, you can do bedrooms, you can do offices. You can imagine what you're doing. If you talk about in terms of square yardage, these tiles that were thirds that are now first after you work with them and we show you how to do it, you'll be paying less than $1.80 a square yard. Can you imagine doing a whole home, or doing a dentist's office, or doing a church, doing classrooms or Sunday school rooms in what I call a third that's now a first? Now, what we're going to show you here today is I'm going to gather up some of these thirds, and you'll see how simple it is to cut it. Anybody can do it. All you have to do is have a carpenter's square and a sharp razor knife, and your son can do it, your husband can do it, your boyfriend can do it, and if you're not married and don't have any of those other help, you can do it yourself. My wife can do it, and she can hardly do anything, and she's cut these tiles. And when you see what they look like, you're just not going to believe it, because this is really what we've done now. We've gotten the price down so low, but you can just have a marvelous floor. Okay, thanks for watching the Old Biscuit today. Just remember now, in order to order thirds, you've got to call our order department and ask for either Steve or Jennifer or Kim or Darlene or Don or Chris or any of us, and ask what do we have in stock in thirds, because we'll be in and out of them. but it's such a marvelous buy. Be sure to call us. So goodbye from the carpet tile capital of the world. This is Biscuit saying we'll see you later, partner.